Hi, welcome to the session of Diagnostic Protocols. From the diagram, it is very clear in diagnostic of vehicle, any diagnostic tool or tester is able to establish a communication with the ECU, electronics control unit of the vehicle, by using a communication diagnostic protocol. So, this diagnostic protocol enable to effectively communicate in all ECU in a vehicle. Unified Diagnostic Service. It is one of the standard protocol, diagnostic communication protocol. We are going to discuss introduction on it and key features, UDS services and its applications, and key benefits of using UDS. From the diagram, it is very clear again. All the ECUs in a vehicle is connected to a gateway ECU, which in turn act as a key point of communicating unit for all the ECU to the diagnostic equipment. So these gateway ECU able to communicate with the diagnostic equipment by using these UDS protocol. Introduction to UDS. Unified Diagnostic Service Protocol is a standard protocol which is used in automotive electronics control units, which enable diagnostics, firmware updates, routine testing, and many more services. UDS communication is performed by using client server model where the testing equipment will act as a client and the ECU will act as a server. The communication between these client and server will be request and response form. For example, you can connect a CAN bus interface to the OBD2 connector of car and you can send UDS request to the vehicle, provided that your targeted ECU supports UDS services. So these client server based system perform functions such as testing, inspection, monitoring and diagnostic of onboard vehicles servers. The services supported can be management request, security authentication, access, data request, fault code request, IO control, reprogramming, etc. From the diagram, it is very clear any test equipment will initiate a session by requesting a service by request frame. The request frame consists of service ID, which is used to identify what type of request the test equipment is initiating and what type of service the ECU can offer. For every service, there are specific standard service ID. With the service ID, the frame of the communication protocol initiated for any communication. The response from ECU could be two type: positive response and negative response. The negative response is given with a unique hexadecimal ID, that is 7F. Use cases. It is used to read clear diagnostic trouble codes for troubleshooting the vehicles. It is used to extract specific parameter values such as temperature in the vehicle, state of charges, what level the charges of batteries are there, and vehicle identify number, etc. So we can get specific parameter value using this UDS protocol. It is used to initiate diagnostic session in order to start the diagnostic, and it is used to modify ECU behavior by means of resetting ECU or firmware updating and setting some modification on the ECU functionality. It is higher layer protocol. It is used both at session layer and application layer of OSA model. Key features of UDS. As we discussed, it is one of the standardized protocol standardized by ISO, the standardization number 14229, which enable the compatibility and uniformity across different vehicle manufacturers and models, and service oriented protocol. It is a service oriented protocol. The protocol defined a set of predefined services. Those services are identified by unique service identifier, as we already discussed, and it works on request and response frame format, which allow robust and organized data exchange between the diagnostic equipment and the ECU. As we already discussed, there are two type of response from the ECU: positive and negative response, which enable to give clear feedback on the request, whether the request is successful or not. The request is successful, the service is executed, positive response will be initiated from ECU, otherwise negative response will be given by the ECU to the testing equipment. There are a lot of UDS services for various applications. Let us discuss few important services and their service IDs. The first service is diagnostic session control, which is identified by the session ID of hexadecimal 10, which is used to initiate a diagnostic session with the ECU. Whenever we start a diagnostic, we have to initiate the session. So, for the purpose, this frame, data frame with the diagnostic session control ID can be initiated from the testing equipment or diagnostic equipment. And ECU reset service, which is identified by the service ID of hexadecimal 11, which is used to reset the ECU, and read data by identifier service, which is identified the hexadecimal 22, which is used to read specific data item from the ECU unit. Write data identifier, which is given ID number of hexadecimal 2E, which is used to write specific data item into ECU. Clear diagnostic information, which is given hexadecimal 14, which is used to clear the diagnostic trouble codes once the troubleshoots and the repairing as done. So routine control service, which is identified hexadecimal 31, it is used to execute routine tasks like on ECU, such as test or update firmware, etc. Right. So benefit of using UDS, it enhances the diagnostic capability because it's allow comprehensive diagnostic, including fault detection, data reading, and system testing, etc. And improved communication. It is one of the standard UDS, which enable consistent, reliable communication between diagnostic tool and ECU. And efficiency. It support both physical and functional addressing. Physical addressing is used to identify the specific ECU unit, and functional addressing is used to identify particular functioning aspect of the ECU. which can be addressed by using functional addressing, which enable the efficient diagnostic across multiple ECUs in a vehicle. A single protocol which is able to cover all the ECU, which is possible because of it support both physical and functional addressing. It is more flexible because it supports wide range of services whatever required for the vehicle diagnostic, and it can be adapted various diagnostic needs and scenarios. Excellent error handling capability because it supports detailed mechanism of handling error and providing feedback, which enable us quick identification and resolving the issues.